I'm Catherine Dow. It's Thursday, April 30th. Today, rapid response times.
It took away from the concentration of what they were to do.
How a new Winnipeg Police Service unit is hoping to relieve pressure on frontline officers. Also today, under budget.
That's exactly 1/10 of what the last government said it was going to cost.
How much the Premier says the province's search of the Prairie Green landfill cost. Plus, marking a milestone, how the Royal Canadian Mint is celebrating 50 years in Winnipeg. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. The Winnipeg Police Service is rolling out a new rapid response unit. It's aimed at relieving pressure on frontline officers while improving response times throughout the city. Join me now with the details. We have CTV's Joseph Bernacki. So, Joseph, what exactly will this unit be tasked with doing?
Well, Catherine, according to officials, quite a lot. They will be in charge of policing special events such as parades, protests, rallies, and other large public gatherings. During periods of high demand, they will be able to help with calls for service. More generally, we're told they will focus on suppressing crime and will be conducting proactive enforcement, supporting general patrol, and addressing neighborhood safety concerns. Winnipeg Police Chief Gene Bowers says creating the new team will help some units from being overextended.
When we had major events, protests, other types of large gatherings, we had to pull from different resources within the service. And a lot of that work that was being done, and a lot of times it was our community support members or our guns and gangs members, and it took away from the concentration of what they were to do. So it really wasn't an efficient use of resources. So with some realignment within the service, we're able to set up this unit with an actual mandate for those types of events, and then also for calls for service.
The unit will operate 7 days a week, and it'll be made up of 2 sergeants, 4 patrol sergeants, and 26 constables, which police brass say will come from the existing contingent.
So, Joseph, when exactly can we expect to see them out in the community?
Pretty soon, Catherine, it sounds like. The unit will be making its first public appearance this weekend at the annual Winnipeg Police Services Half Marathon. They'll be there directing traffic and overseeing site security.
All right, thanks for this, Joseph. The province has ended and dismantled its search of the Prairie Green landfill, where the remains of 2 Indigenous homicide victims were found. And Premier Wapkanu says the search was done in a safe and fiscally responsible way.
So the final cost came in, and it was $18.4 million. And this is newsworthy because that's exactly 1/10 of what the last government said it was going to cost. So I think it really just puts to rest the whole argument that, well, first of all, that this was not possible, that it was going to be unsafe, that it was going to be too costly. It turns out we did it in a cost-effective way.
The landfill search began in December 2024 and led to the discovery of the remains of Morgan Harris and Mercedes Myron. Both women were victims of convicted serial killer Jeremy Skibicki. The search concluded last July and cost $18.4 million. That's instead of the estimated $184 million predicted by former Premier Heather Stephenson. Premier Canoe says this issue was about more than money or logistics, but cut through to the human level. Regular operations at the landfill have now resumed. Councillors voted in favor of a rate freeze for next year's water and sewer rates. That means the 2027 sewer rates will remain at $4.53 per cubic meter and $2.17 per cubic meter for water. This is because of a $67 million surplus due to more accurate meter readings and a spike in water consumption last year. But that rate freeze is still contingent on the city getting funding from the other levels of government for the last phase of the sewage plant upgrades. Mayor Scott Gillingham says those talks are still ongoing.
We're waiting on confirmation of the funding from the federal and provincial government. We are, I know you're all getting probably weary of me saying we're getting close. We are getting close. The discussions are going very well, but there's a practical reality to how $500 million from the province of Manitoba can be cash flowed in the years required. Those matters have to be worked out.
Meantime, a plan for a managed homeless encampment was voted down by City Council. The proposal, which has been discussed since December of last year, would have been in place between April and August and include washroom space, garbage collection, and connection to support services. A location had never been decided. The mayor says he was opposed because a lot of those services would require the province's participation, which he was not confident would happen since the province is instead focused on and funding its own homelessness strategy. The province is challenging 4 property contracts held by Sobeys, claiming clauses within them are squeezing out competition and forcing prices to rise.
We passed a law in 2025 to force these companies to register these property controls with us.
The Premier says most ended up dropping their controls, with the exception of Sobeys. That's why the province is bringing 4 cases against Sobeys to the Municipal Board. The cases cover properties on Leela, Sage Creek Boulevard, Highway 12 in Steinbach, and 18th Street in Brandon, some of which are vacant. The law passed last year prohibits so-called restrictive covenants in land sales, which may prohibit a grocery store from opening close to an existing one. The Premier and Public Service Delivery Minister says they're not willing to wait for the contracts to expire.
By getting rid of these property controls, we are bringing more competition into the market. So in return, we will have lower grocery prices.
But the Premier says it will take time to bring in that competition and see the resulting benefits. The government expects to have the Municipal Board's response in the next 6 to 8 weeks. CTV News has reached out to Sobeys for comment. Marking a milestone, the Royal Canadian Mint's Winnipeg facility has been in circulation now for half a century.
There were discussions about picking a site in Ottawa, but at the end of the day, the logistics of Winnipeg made more sense for the entire nation.
The reflective glass pyramid in Southdale opened 50 years ago today. It provided a modern, high-speed and high-capacity circulation coin manufacturing facility to meet rising circulation coin demand. And it continues to evolve. The Mint is minimizing its environmental impact through the use of a geo-exchange system to heat and cool the facility and the redistribution of existing coinage.
We keep new production down to a sort of minimum to sort of minimize our environmental footprint. So that's worked very well. But that leaves a lot of capacity to make coins for other customers.
And to date, more than 80 countries have used the Winnipeg operation for its coinage solutions. To mark today's milestone, the Mint has issued a collector's edition coin set featuring a W Mint mark. It's also hosting an open house celebration on Saturday, August 29th. CTV weather specialist Colleen Brady joins us now with a first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. Allegedly, May starts tomorrow. Yes. Colleen, hasn't been feeling much like that outside, though. Any chance of a warm-up?
Well, yes, there's a very big chance of a warm-up, and I think I can sum up the way a lot of people have been feeling like this, Catherine. We have a co-worker, I won't name names, but he's an avid golfer, and he said to me yesterday, this has been the winter that has never ended. Well, of course, spring officially arrived over a month ago, but for the most part, it hasn't felt like it, as you well know. Starting tomorrow, though, and for the next few days, it certainly will. You can see today it's brightened up, at least late afternoon, finally some late-day sunshine, but yet another day of persistently, stubbornly cool temperatures, well below normal in these continued north winds. Well, that will change very soon. I can't wait to share with you the forecast temperatures ahead, not just tomorrow, but through the weekend. They're pretty nice. Let's take a look right now, though. First, through the Bathfitter Live Eye. Bathfitter, exclusive home of the PermaFit solution in Winnipeg right now. It is 5 degrees. There is some cloud, but that sun is fighting to poke through them. It's not as windy as it has been. 14 kilometers an hour at the airport. Those winds, though, straight from the north. The pressure is dropping and the humidity is 48%. Nice to see that ballpark looking green. A live look at the St. James Bridge. Busy in both directions. No stalls or crashes or tie-ups otherwise to let you know about right now.
Keeping up with construction. We'll tell you how many homes were built in Winnipeg last year. That's after the break. Real gross domestic product was up 0.2% in February. BNN Bloomberg's Morella Fernandez brings us the details.
Manufacturing was strong in February. It expanded by 1.8%. That's the largest monthly expansion for manufacturing since January 2023. In that sector, both machinery and transportation equipment did well. There was also more crude production in Saskatchewan and Newfoundland and Labrador. Real GDP for March is expected to be flat. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar's up to 73.62. West Texas Intermediate is up to 105.07. Western Canadian Select up another $4 to 82.76. And the TSX bounced back today, spiking 645 points. Those are your business headlines. I'm Morella Fernandez.
More homes were built in the city of Winnipeg last year than in previous years. A report before the Property and Development Committee shows the city issued 6,291 construction permits for new homes in 2025. That's just under 1,000 more than the annual average over the 5 previous years. The city also surpassed the downtown target of 350 new homes with just over 1,000 builds. And it exceeded its residential infill goal thanks to high rates of multifamily development. Part 2 of the report, focusing on land available for new homes and businesses, is expected later this year. NATO is said to be considering a Canadian surveillance system as part of a major defense purchase. The system is called Global Eye. It's a joint venture between Bombardier and Saab, which incorporates a state-of-the-art surveillance system into a modified jet. Multiple reports in Europe say NATO has picked Global Eye to replace its current system, which is made by Boeing. NATO has used a Boeing-made surveillance system for more than 40 years. And apologies. And NATO has used a Boeing system for the last 4 years. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand says that it's her understanding that the apologies, folks, just dealing with some technical issues here. Soccer officials from around the world are gathering in Vancouver for the 76th FIFA Congress today, but Iranian officials will not be in attendance after being denied entry to Canada. Iranian state television is reporting that the head of Iran's soccer federation and 2 other senior officials were denied entry to Canada. Mehdi Taj was reportedly removed from Canada late Tuesday over his alleged ties to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, a listed terrorist entity in Canada. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand says that it's her understanding that the Iranian officials' permission to enter Canada was revoked unintentionally. If you've been meaning to sign up for yoga or a Pilates class, a national event is providing you an opportunity to do so for a cause.
Fitness studios all across Canada will be hosting fitness events from May 2nd to May 9th, and all of the proceeds from these events will be going directly to the Breast Cancer Support Fund.
Called Move for the Boob. It's a week of physical movement which raises funds for women facing the financial impact of breast cancer. Proceeds from the classes will go towards providing practical support for patients, including groceries, rent and housing costs, transportation to treatments, and childcare and family supports. Right here in Winnipeg, Rogue Vinyasa Yoga Studio is hosting a special class on May 9th to honor those patients. The event runs from 2 to 3 p.m. at 823 Corden Avenue. And if yoga isn't your thing, you can still lend a hand through the Breast Cancer Support Fund's website.
Community Connection is brought to you by Mr. Reuter Plumbing. Born to be a hero, trained to be a plumber.
Taking the audience on an odyssey. How the Royal Winnipeg Ballet is gearing up for its season finale. All the danceable details coming up in Spotlight. has your spotlight today. Colleen, the Royal Winnipeg Ballet is twirling into action.
It sure is. It's gearing up for a jam-packed season finale showcasing a powerful trio of works.
Very exciting for us, and it's a world premiere, so no one's ever seen this ballet before until the audience here in our dress rehearsal tonight.
That is the RWB's artistic director, Christopher Stowell, making reference to the world premiere of Dwight Rhoden's Odyssey. The ballet was composed specifically for the RWB by Rhoden last summer. The program also features James Kudelka's The Four Seasons and RWB alumni Cameron Fraser Monroe's Shagatum. Stowell, who succeeded Andre Lewis, says it's exciting to feature more Canadian talent in his first year as artistic director.
That's a very important feature of how I'm going to lead the company going forward, giving Canadian artists opportunities to explore and experiment in making dances through new formulas.
The season finale begins tonight at Centennial Concert Hall with performances running until Sunday. Tickets are available online at rwb.org.
Looks beautiful. Meanwhile, the Assiniboine Park Conservancy is back. One of my favorites, Movies in the Park. It's coming this summer.
And there's some great ones. Now's your chance to cast your vote for the flicks you want to see on People's Choice Night.
Morning, Sully.
Morning, Sully.
How you doing, big guy?
Hey.
Go get him, Mr. Sullivan. Quiet. You're making him lose his focus. Oh, no. Sorry.
The 2001 Pixar classic Monsters, Inc. is one of 4 options for the early showing. The others are A Goofy Movie, A Bug's Life, and Cars. For the late showing, another batch of classics, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Princess Bride, Jurassic Park, and Jumanji. You have until May 10th to cast your vote by heading to assiniboinepark.ca. The Conservancy will be announcing the winners and the full schedule on May 13th.
Those are tough picks. I do think I want to see Princess Bride, though.
Me too. Princess Bride and Ferris Bueller forever.
Double feature. I like it.
Me too.
Thanks for that, Colleen.
Me too. It sounds great. So does tonight's primetime lineup for your Thursday. Next Level Chef kicks it all off at 7. 911 Nashville follows at 8. Grey's Anatomy is on at 9. And, of course, it's all right here tonight on CTV.
CTV Primetime Lineup, brought to you by the Parkway Retirement Community. Welcome home.
Live look right now at McPhillips. Traffic moving well in both directions. Hopefully that pedestrian is okay crossing the road there. The sun is shining at 6 degrees. The winds are easing up. Temperatures will be warming up too starting tomorrow. I'll show you by how much coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon.
Now this looks like it's going to be a great spot to catch a game. Check this out. Soccer club Brighton and Hove Albion has unveiled plans for a new stadium. It's slated to be Europe's first stadium built just for women's soccer. From the pitch to the locker rooms, this stadium will be built around the needs of female athletes. It'll have 10,000 seats. The opening date is scheduled for 2030-2031 season.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Well, finally, we will be feeling some warmer temperatures, just not immediately, but give it a few more hours. Friday will be nice across the south, but just wait until we get to the weekend. Then it will be spectacular, conveniently timed for the weekend as well. So while we've been dealing with these persistently cool temperatures all week long, we had another go at it again today in these north winds. You can see still coming down, although they're starting to slow down. Those arrows not moving too quickly, and also the sky is starting to clear out as well. A little bit of light cloud hanging over Winnipeg, but it's quickly dissipating. Brandon clearer still, sunshine across much of the south, and in the north, pockets of cloud here and there, but then also some sunshine right around Thompson there, for example. Over in northwestern Ontario, sunnier around Kenora, still a little cloudy in Dryden, but I'll take you a little further east just to show you right around Thunder Bay. Wow, there's some action there, both rain and snow by the looks of it. In Kenora right now, it is 8 degrees. Back here in Winnipeg, it's 6. Steinbach, Morden, Winkler, Portage, Gimli, all 6 degrees. Fisher Branch, a little milder at 8 degrees. It's 9 right now in Brandon and in Dauphin, 8 degrees in Thompson. So very similar temperatures for both halves of the province tonight for the most part. Churchill, though, is still hanging below freezing, just -1 this hour. Through the night ahead, Churchill is one of a number of areas in northern Manitoba that could could see fog develop overnight, so watch out for that. That could reduce visibility for you. Otherwise, sky conditions fairly clear. Pretty benign weather conditions, not much happening. We'll take it. However, having said that, it wouldn't be southern Manitoba in spring if there wasn't the chance of flurries in some areas, albeit a low one. But Brandon, for example, there's a chance of flurries overnight there. Right around 4 or 5 in the morning, too, right around the corner of the province in the southwest. You may see some rain showers. You might even see some freezing rain into Friday morning. But then temperatures will get back up into double digits. In the southwest, actually, it will be really nice and warm tomorrow with temperatures getting up into the upper teens in some areas there. We won't be quite as warm in the southeast, but still double digits. We'll take it. We'll take it. Meanwhile, up in the northwest, you can see some mixed precipitation starts to move through overnight into Saturday. Showers, also snow, a little bit of freezing rain there, separating the two forms of precipitation there. As we get into Saturday morning, actually, it turns out it flips over to more of an outright snowfall with that tail of freezing rain taking us to some showers in west central areas, but it's not expected to reach places like Winnipeg or the Red River Valley. It should be a gorgeous weekend here. Tonight, we drop down to -3. We should be staying well above freezing by this time of year. Mostly clear. Winds will be light and variable for much of the night. And then tomorrow, light winds for most of the day, really, out of the east at 10 kilometers an hour. Mainly sunny, a high of 13 degrees. Still a little bit below normal, but I think we'll take 13 in the sun, but we'll certainly take 17 Saturday and Sunday. Mix of sun and cloud both days. There's a slight chance of showers in the afternoon, so if you are running in the Winnipeg Police Service Half Marathon, all those events take place in the morning, so things look good before, yes, we cool down again starting Monday. Our first weather photo is from Diane. A lovely look out at the sky over Somerset, Manitoba. That's just northwest of Morden and Manitou. And this photo is here in Winnipeg. Now take a look, Catherine, at the bird's beak. That robin has its snack. Looks pretty good. That was here in the city. You can send us your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca.
Thanks, Colleen. Here is a sure sign that spring is in the air. A couple of young black bears at the Oregon Zoo are welcoming the season by making a splash. Timber and Thorn were spotted splashing and sparring in a 300-gallon tub. It's the first swim of the season for the pair, who wasted no time diving right back in. Warm-up is coming, but I don't think it's pool weather yet.
Not just yet.
That's going to do it for us. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.